Creating professional video used to mean cameras, expensive equipment, actors, locations, and a lot of time. Today, you can start with nothing more than an idea and turn it into a complete visual scene using Kling AI. Kling AI is an advanced AI video generation platform that allows creators to transform simple prompts and images into impressive videos. And instead of just generating random clips, the platform gives you a much more creative way to control what happens on screen. Let me show you how it works. You can start by describing the scene you want to create. It can be something simple, like a person walking through a city, or something much more complex like a cinematic action sequence with multiple characters. Kling AI analyzes your prompt and generates the scene while paying attention to the character's environment, movement, and overall composition. The result can look surprisingly detailed and cinematic, but text-to-video is only the beginning. One of the most useful features is image to video. You can take a single image and use it as the starting point for an entire video sequence. For example, you can create a character in an image and then animate that character. You can create a futuristic city and turn it into a moving cinematic environment, or you can take a product image and transform it into an advertisement with camera movement and dynamic visuals. This gives you much more control over the creative process because you are not starting with a completely blank canvas. You already have a visual reference, and Kling AI can use it to build the motion around your idea. And this becomes especially interesting when you start experimenting with different camera movements. You can create close-ups, dramatic zooms, tracking shots, wide cinematic perspectives, and other types of movement. Instead of simply watching an object move, you can create a shot that feels like it was planned by a real camera operator. This can make a huge difference when you are creating content for brands, social media, or cinematic projects. Another powerful part of the workflow is consistency. One of the biggest problems with AI-generated video has always been keeping characters and visual elements looking stable from one shot to another. Kling AI is designed to help creators maintain important visual details while generating new scenes. That means you can spend more time thinking about the story and less time trying to fix completely different characters appearing in every shot. You can also experiment with different visual styles. A realistic commercial can become a cinematic movie scene, a simple product shot can become a futuristic advertisement, a concept illustration can become an animated sequence, and a basic idea can become something that looks much more ambitious. This is where AI video generation becomes really powerful. It is not simply about replacing traditional video production. It gives creators a new way to experiment. Normally, if you have an idea for a complicated scene, you need to think about the location, the equipment, the actors, the lighting, and the budget. With Kling AI, you can first create the concept digitally and see what the idea could look like. You can generate multiple versions, change the camera angle, modify the environment, and experiment with completely different directions. And you can do all of this without rebuilding the entire production from scratch. For content creators, this can save an incredible amount of time. You can use Kling AI to create visuals for YouTube videos, social media advertisements, presentations, music videos, and creative projects. For businesses, it can also make the process of creating marketing content much more flexible. Instead of producing one version of an advertisement, you can quickly test different concepts and visual styles. You can create a product scene in a luxury environment. Then create another version with a futuristic atmosphere. Then try something completely different. The ability to experiment like this changes the creative workflow. You are no longer asking whether an idea is possible to film. You can simply create a version of it and see what happens. And that is probably the most exciting thing about Kling AI. It lowers the barrier between imagination and video. You can have an idea in your head in the morning and have a visual version of that idea later, the same day. Of course, AI video is still evolving and not every generation will be perfect. Sometimes you will need to adjust your prompt, regenerate a shot, or experiment with different references. But that is also part of the creative process. The more you work with the platform, the better you understand how to describe movement, composition, characters, and camera direction. And once you learn how to control those elements, the possibilities become much bigger. Kling AI gives creators a powerful new way to approach video production. You can start with text, you can start with an image, you can experiment with movement, you can build cinematic scenes, and you can turn simple concepts into videos that would have been extremely difficult to produce using traditional methods.